The CDC says vaccinated people can go maskless now. That means everyone can go back to not getting anywhere near me for, those other reasons. Maybe I'll die alone, but at least I'll be technically correct. Hey everybody, and welcome to the second week of Technically Correct, where we will spend a little more than an hour showing you that talking about trivia is just as fun as answering trivia questions. Do I guarantee that? No, I do not. As always, we will kick off the show with a round that pits us versus you, the audience. Here's how that works. Our director, AJ, is going to give us 10 questions that we have no previous knowledge of. That's right, we are innocent as newborn babes, even those of us who are middle-aged babes. Wow. We panelists will have 2 minutes to debate and then finally choose an answer. Meanwhile, you, dear audience, will have 1 minute to answer the question in chat. Just type ! The word vote, a space, and then one of the choices. Yes, you get multiple choice options because we love you more than we love ourselves. Mind you, that's a pretty low bar. At the end of the 2 minutes, we will compare our collective answer to your collective answer, and eventually we will find out who's smarter. Last week it was you, but I'm still like 80% sure that y'all were cheating. No cheating! Before we begin, I'm Christopher Short, the Quizmaster-in-Chief, and here's the rest of our panel. First, we have hashtag not that kind of linguist, Nicole Holliday. Next, it's hashtag exactly that kind of Jewish Viking, Eric Kohen. There is nothing better than sex with two Christophers. And finally, hashtag no seriously, what's her deal, Katie Dessi. Wow. All right. That's it. That's all I have on my introductory script. AJ, what's our first question?
All right, Christopher, our first question of the evening. What beer brand is still bragging about an America's Best Prize from the 1893 World's Fair?
Oh, man. I'm going to recuse myself from this one because...
You were there?
No. Oh.
Sick bird.
All right. No, because I was way too into The Devil in the White City. That's what I was going to say.
Is that about the 1893? I think it is. It is totally about
the Columbian Exposition of 1893.
I thought it was about the killer, the guy with the hotel.
It was about both.
Yeah, okay. the killer operated out of a house that's a couple miles west of the site, Jackson Park, the site of the 1893 World's Fair.
Is it H.G.? What is his name?
H. Holmes.
It's H something, okay.
I believe stands for Hungry Holmes.
The book was Eric Larson, right?
Eric Larson wrote the book.
He wrote it, yeah.
Any relation to Stieg Larsson?
Who's that?
Ooh.
Oh, wait, is that girl with the dragon tattoo?
That would be great.
Yeah, the girl with the dragon tattoo. All right.
I'm a little proud of myself for knowing that.
Anyway,
I always get confused by Eric Larson because I think of the comic book artist.
No, if this is what I'm
extremely AJ thing to say.
If this is what I'm thinking of, when I did undergrad, there was a pizza place. Jimmy John? No, Jimmy.
If this is what you're thinking of, you could have just stopped at undergrad.
No, but so the pizza place, I think it was like Tuesdays or Thursdays, but they did 50-cent like pictures of this shit. I assume you just stuck a straw in it.
Yeah.
It's Dennis Hopper's beer of choice.
Seriously?
Is it now? Oh, because
they named it after this thing. It's Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yeah, if you just drink 3 Trappist beers, actually, what you piss will have roughly the same alcoholic ABV, and it will also taste slightly better than a PBR.
Yeah.
But somehow PBR is what you drink if you're cheap and trying to be cool.
I don't know how that became the hipster's beer of choice.
Yeah, it's kind of the same era as the trucker hat comeback, isn't it?
Is it?
Also, just permanently in Brooklyn.
It's gross. It's gross, is what it is.
All right, panelists, our time is up. What is your final answer?
Yeah, it's PBR. And by the way, I'm exactly the kind of nerd who read The Devil in the White City and went, like, can we get this murder chapter over? I'm really more into the architecture. AJ, what did the chat say on that one?
The chat also said Pabst Blue Ribbon at 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like that should not be missed.
Fucking hipsters. All right. Let's move straight into question 2, shall we?
Question number 2 this evening. Who sang the immortal line, "I don't know much about algebra, but I know 1 + 1 = 2"?
Kid Cudi.
Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took.
Is it the MTV boy band fictional group Together?
Oh, I had forgotten all about that. That was
You plus me equals us.
Was that from the same era as like was it Carson Daly that came out of that was TRL?
Yeah, this is late 1999, 2000.
Jesse something camp, like the guy that was the runner-up, or maybe he even won that Who Wants to Be a VJ?
Wow.
Taking over for the 99 and the 2000.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut.
It was really Carson.
I'm just trying to think of the song from Run, Ronnie, Run.
From what?
David Cross's best movie ever.
Run, Roddy,
Oh, yeah.
Run.
I never saw it, actually.
I've never heard of it.
You're missing out. If you like Mr. Show, you'll probably think this movie is okay.
I love Mr. Show. I started watching Mr. Show because what's his face was
I thought you were going to say you started watching Mr. Show because 2 of our editors literally never shut the fuck up about it.
No. The other guy.
Hi, Aaron and Eric, by the way.
I don't know anything about Mr. Show, but I suspect that it's white people being mean to each other, which is already a genre I told you I don't like. So
no, it's funny.
Well, it's Bob Odenkirk, so it's got to be like
that's his name.
Bit,
Thank you,
yeah,
Bob Odenkirk.
Wait, do we have an answer for this?
Well,
I do.
But for one of I think that we've misquoted the song. I'm pretty sure it's. I know that 1 and 1 is 2, and this one
could be with you or something. What a wonderful world!
What a wonderful world that would be. Yeah.
Cha-cha-cha.
Now, who did the song?
Sam motherfucking Cooke, bitch.
I saw One Night in Miami. Did you?
I am like 95% that it's Sam.
Yes.
Cooke.
Yeah, I mean Sam Cooke is an absolute legend.
95. Could be convinced of 97%.
All right, your time is up, panelists. What is your final answer for this question?
Feeling pretty good about Sam Cooke.
Sam motherfucking Cooke.
Everybody agrees with Sam Cooke?
Yes. Why are you questioning me?
Because it was Beyonce.
Wait, what? Okay, so we didn't misquote the song. It was just a completely different song.
It's a completely different song.
I thought that it was a misquoting of the song.
If you were to ask me, I would say Beyonce knows a lot about algebra.
She's got people to know.
Don't feel too bad, panelists. The audience all voted for Britney Spears.
What the fuck?
Did you at least give them the red herring of Sam Cooke?
Editorial did not make that decision.
Okay, we're going to have a talk with editorial.
They were too busy doing their Mr. Show marathon to even care about this question. All right.
What the hell song is that?
I thought I could trust these questions. Now I don't know.
Yeah, they did it dirty there.
Why is she plagiarizing Sam Cooke? That's the real question.
I don't. Can Beyonce really plagiarize anyone at some level?
Sounds like she plagiarized Mr. Sam Cooke.
I feel like Beyonce is so great that her influence just goes backward in time.
Yeah, Sam Cooke thanked her for plagiarizing.
Sam Cooke, way up here. I love the show, Sam Cooke.
Let's move on to another question.
Let's get into the third question of the first round. Pez candies were originally marketed as an alternative to what?
Cocaine.
I was going to say, so most of the time when we ask that this kind of question, the answer is masturbation. You know, like cornflakes. Like, yeah.
Oh, that's no, but that's actually true. Road to Wellville.
Graham crackers, I believe, were also
I mean, s'mores or masturbation. If you gave me a choice between the two, I don't know which one I'd pick.
Pick the s'mores.
I hope
you've got time for both, I'm sure.
I want it to be something like cocaine or nicotine, but it would also be hilarious if it was like Jesus. Feel like praying.
This is a replacement for communion wafer.
Voting.
Oh my God. How many dude, people would go to church so much more often if communion were like the little priest opening up a Snoopy head and just boop, little candy.
The body of Christ.
Like already the pull quote from this episode is
we are all going to hell.
I want this to be cocaine, Katie Dessi.
I mean, it's surely it is something like that though, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably some kind of vice, right? Like something.
I thought maybe it was chewing tobacco.
Like
but chewing tobacco itself is a cessation device.
No, it's not. Like dip and stuff.
Well,
I'm thinking of chewing gum.
Yeah.
Thinking of chewing gum.
My thinking is that, like, I don't think anybody thinks chewing gum is a vice except Willy Wonka. Yeah, I mean, and he was very adamant about it, right? Like, that guy does not like chewing gum. But I was thinking of smoking. Like, you know, every time you want a cigarette, just pop a Pez in your mouth.
Would they accept tobacco as a broad answer?
I want it to be a real. Or what if it's like LSD? Like, here, don't put the acid on the tab, just take the tab.
That's
what you're in it for anyway. You want the candy part.
Yeah. Oh, is it called candy flipping? Is that where it comes from?
All right, folks, time is up.
Yeah, we got to go with an answer. I like smoking. This is the other full quote.
Can't we just say tobacco?
Tobacco.
I still think it's cocaine.
Let's be wusses and just say tobacco and see if AJ gives it to us.
Oh, I guess you could have tobacco if you really want it. And the audience came in 90% in the same direction with tobacco.
Would you have accepted smoking?
It should have.
I would have accepted smoking. I also would have taken chewing tobacco because it's all the same. It's all the same. It's all nicotine delivery system.
Yeah.
There are former smokers on this call. Is there a planet where you were like itching for a puff on a cigarette and a shit ton of nicotine and you're like, a Pez will do me?
I quit smoking using Twizzlers. I would chew on Twizzlers when I wanted a cigarette because it would at least give me part of that physical sensation of like lifting it to my mouth. And
am I the only cold turkey guy here? I feel like more of a man than ever.
You look like a cold turkey guy to me.
I just can't imagine that if that was my thing, I would be like, I'll take a Pez instead. Why not?
AJ, do we still have one more before the break?
We have one more question before we go to break.
All right, let's do that one then.
Final question of the first part is: Babyfoot is France's adorable name for what bar game?
Wow.
What's a game you play with baby's feet in a bar in America? Cornhole?
Big Buck Hunter.
I believe that game is called Somebody Please Call Family Services.
Oh no, they're not my baby's feet. It's someone else's babies. I'd buy them from someone off the back of a truck.
Are they attached to the baby?
No. It's just the feet.
Like pickled baby's feet? All right.
Yeah, the whole baby's a lot more expensive.
And we're back to the Devil in the White City. All right.
It's my grandfather.
What bar game? What did
so you play like quarters, you play King's Cup, you play pong or ping pong, beer pong, not pong.
No, it didn't say frat party game.
Okay, it's the bars that I go to. These are options.
Usually what I play is drink until you forget whatever was bothering you when you came in.
I mean, darts. That's a bit. You could throw a baby's foot at a dartboard.
How?
I don't think that the
Katie.
question is name some things you could do with babies.
So I don't know, but I have an idea.
All right, let's listen to Nicole's idea because I'm getting tired of Katie already.
Foosball. Because the little guys.
Oh, no, those are very tiny
Oh,
feet.
that's good.
Yeah, I like that. Do you
All
think
right.
they've ever put a real foot on the foosball stick?
It's hard for me to imagine French people playing foosball, but maybe they do.
Well, that's why they're calling it baby foot. They're like, yeah,
Big
yeah, baby
foosball.
foot.
And of course,
It's only
foos
baby foot
just
if
means
it comes from
foot.
the baby foot region of France.
No, that is, and it's totally condescending
Otherwise,
when
it's
they say
just-
that is
Does
not
anybody
a
here
term
know
of
how to
endearment.
say baby foot in French?
It's probably Pierre something.
Pied de bébé.
Oui, foot.
If there's anything I learned from Schitt's Creek, it was how to say baby in French.
Bebe.
All right. Bébé.
All right, what is your final answer? And God tell me it's not darts.
I want to go with foosball.
Foosball.
Yeah, let's go with
It's
foosball.
100%.
Foosball 100% all around?
Sure.
Correct. Nicole earns herself another point in the first half. Foosball! The audience also agreed with you 100% on that.
I do think that it's an awesome alternative idea for darts. I'm just going to throw that out there.
It's just the German name for football, and it kind of surprises me that the Germans didn't come up with baby foot as a name. That kind of, I don't know what I'm saying.
That is 100% a condescending nickname that they have given that game. It is said with a
Oh,
sneer.
you're right. It's probably the
That is
French making fun
not-
of the Germans.
Yeah, it's not because they
Now we
like
got
the
it.
game. It's because they're like, this is stupid.
We're all the way there. All right. Well, that brings us halfway through our first round, more or less. Yeah, it's fuzzy math. Up to our first commercial break. Watch some ads, grab some beers, hit the head. Just don't go too far away because we'll be right back with more of whatever the hell this is. See you then. Welcome back to Technically Correct, the Geeks Who Drink panel show. No, we are not going to show you how to install wainscoting. We're just four people who like riffing on trivia and watching HGTV, but that's not really relevant right now. Anyway, remember, you can join in on the fun. Every time AJ asks a question, you'll have 1 minute to type an exclamation point, the word vote, a space, and then your answer from the multiple choice options we give you in chat. AJ, what's our next question?
Our next question, Christopher. Edward Everett yacked for 2 hours as the opening act for what 2-minute speech?
Edward Everett yacked for 2 hours as the opening act for what 2-minute speech?
And my cat yaks every morning. Never like.
I don't think it's that meaning of
it.
yacked. I mean,
This
I'm
is
not a
like
linguist.
Someone vomit
Yeah.
for 2. Like, did this guy go on a bender and he stumbled in front of the stage and just?
It's like, remember that Jim Rose circus thing that they did at Lollapalooza every year, where like the guy would like nail a nail through his penis and stuff? That's
Media are you people consuming?
Him. This is not me.
90s people were weird, you guys. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, this sounds like the opening act for Gigi Allen.
Or 9 Inch Nails.
They played the first Lollapalooza.
That's why it's only 9 inches. The first 2 inches went through their dick.
Okay. I am not, unlike Beyonce, I'm not doing the math on that one.
Yeah, I did, and then I was disturbed.
11 minus 2 is 9. I don't know. You're like
6
talking about
inches
people
forward, 5
nailing
inches
their
back.
dicks.
Yeah.
Who's starting with 11?
I don't know.
Hungry home.
Why is it 9 inches? Why isn't it 7? Why isn't it 11?
Why? Okay. So a famous 2-minute speech.
A famous 2-minute speech.
How long did
Of
the
course,
Gettysburg
there's the
Address
opening
last?
that I gave last week for this show, but I don't recall
that.
somebody. Yeah.
I did also consider the Gettysburg Address because Edward Everett sounds like an old-timey dude.
It does. No. I'm like Gettysburg, or like, was the Emancipation Proclamation a speech or just written?
It was just written.
It could also be I Have a Dream, but I'm pretty sure it's not that.
I don't think it is. I think I have a
Longer.
That speech is longer.
Is it longer? I thought it was shorter.
So, I mean, the Gettysburg Address was at a ceremony for the fallen people at the Battle of Gettysburg. So, like, they planned this thing in advance. Lincoln came out on the train. They had this kind of commemoration ceremony for all the fallen. It makes sense that probably some preacher delivered like a 2-hour sermon, and then Abraham Lincoln went on and gave a 185-word speech and then dropped the mic and
or vomited because he had a queasy stomach and there were a lot of dead people. I'm still not ruling out that definition of yak here.
All right, time is up. What is your final answer, panel?
I think we're going to say the Gettysburg Address.
Gettysburg Address it is! Congratulations. The audience also agreed with you to the tune of 90% of the votes.
It's actually also Beyonce's 1 + 1 = 2.
She just borrowed a line.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 seconds. There's a joke there. You guys can assemble it at home. All right. AJ, why don't you take us to the next question?
The next question. The first coffee was brewed in what African nation that also probably produced the first humans?
Oh. Very interesting.
I don't fuck with questions about coffee because I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and the question I got wrong was about coffee and I never want to hear about coffee again.
So I go to Specs is like our local liquor store. I think they're all over Texas, but they have this gigantic wall of coffee. I don't drink coffee, but I have on more than one occasion been tasked with fetching coffee. And I'm just trying to think, like all of the country's blends are very much South American.
Sure.
There's like 2 or 3 that I know are from Africa. There's a Somali and Ethiopia. There's like a South American blend and maybe like a Nigerian blend, but
sure. Yeah, I mean,
I don't see
like tropics. There's also Java and Sumatra coffee from Indonesia,
and also like Kona from Hawaii.
Yeah, pretty much if it's tropical, it grows coffee.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking like I've never heard of like the Ivory Coast coffee blend.
Sounds delicious though, actually.
I don't know. I don't drink coffee. I don't know what makes for good coffee. I'm very much a beer girl.
Fair enough.
That's how I start every morning.
I drink coffee, but I drink Colombian coffee.
Before this whole shebang got started, I was telling people I live in the District of Columbia where there are many people from Ethiopia and many of the Ethiopian people have coffee shops.
No, coffee's quite
so big. Also like Horn of Africa is where people come from. I took an anthropology class. So it is.
When I stray from my Colombian coffee, I drink Yirgacheffe, which comes from Ethiopia.
I feel confident.
It's delicious.
Yeah, no, that's
Ethiopia also probably the oldest Christian nation on the planet.
I did not know that.
Yeah. They have the most amazing hewn churches that are like dug out of the ground. So like it looks like a stone, like almost castle kind of thing, except that it's under the ground. It's amazing.
Supposedly the Ark of the Covenant is in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
I thought that it was on a set in Hollywood.
I thought it was in a warehouse.
That
is the end of our time, panelists. What is your final answer?
Yeah.
Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Ethiopia? Well, you're all right. It is Ethiopia.
Ooh, he faked us out.
And the audience also agreed with you 100% on that.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense that the first coffee came from the same place as the first humans, because they all woke up one morning and went, fuck, man, my ass is dragging. What can we do?
Maybe these beans will help.
I was saying, like, eat these, like, little bird poop looking things. Why don't we mix that with some water?
Put them in some hot water and see what happens. Why not?
There are a lot of foods we eat.
God
I want to
bless
meet
them
the first
for doing that.
I want to meet the first person who put that in their mouth, like a pineapple. He looked at that and thought, "Yeah, that's the thing for me." How long did it take them to realize they needed to peel it? Right, like.
Hey, Jay, why don't you take us to the next question?
Yeah, let's move on, shall we? The next question. The mascot of the United States Naval Academy is Bill. What sort of farm animal?
Groundhog.
What kind of farms have you been on?
I don't know. But Bill
At this
Murray.
point in my life, if it's a mascot and it's not gritty, I don't give a shit.
What is gritty?
Fair point.
Team Gritty.
What is gritty?
Gritty is the giant, deranged-looking orange Muppet.
Oh, okay, I know. Okay, deranged and orange. I do know what that is.
as opposed to the giant deranged green Muppet that reps the Philadelphia Phillies. Totally different.
Wait, which
thing.
is the? Hang on.
We don't
Okay,
talk
no.
about
Then
that.
which is
The
the new
Philly
one?
fan,
Which is the new one?
Gritty.
The new one is Gritty.
Okay.
Yeah, Gritty, who has murder in his eyes and a song in his heart, I presume.
He's just misunderstood. He's just got a rough
Yeah.
exterior, but he's
You just
pro-war.
don't understand socialism, Christopher.
I tell you, man, like you whip like 4 or 5 D batteries at somebody, and all of a sudden people think you're a troublemaker.
Did this
I don't
happen?
get it either.
Is this why you were late to the meeting 2 days ago? Just try to get out of jail. The batteries.
All right. Well, the U.S. Naval Academy mascot.
I mean, what farm animal screams ocean?
Yeah, that's
Whale.
kind of what's getting me too. Like you can farm salmon, but
Mussels.
sure, yeah.
I ate farmed mussels.
because
crawfish.
if there's anything that seamen love, it's a pun. So of course their mascot would be the
Wait a
mussels.
minute.
Yeah.
I went to the Eastern Shore of Maryland last week,
Okay.
and someone told me that there used to be like the main place where there was chicken farming. And the Naval Academy's in Annapolis.
You do not
We're
want your
all-
army to be the chickens.
Yeah, I don't think that any
No.
military academy is.
No,
I mean,
we are not the
let's
U.S.
be clear
chicken.
here. So far, Nicole's life experiences have netted her more correct answers than anyone else on this show.
I don't think this is one of those times. I'm going to
So
throw
there
it out
might be
there.
a cl-
Chicken
there
farms
might
in
be a
Maryland.
clue in the fact that the mascot's name is Bill. Like it might be
Duck?
as easy as Bill E. Goat. And I believe there is like a tradition of like goats being lucky on a ship. So that my
Goat,
vote
I'm on a
would be
ship. That feels
vote,
very unlucky.
I vote goat.
Anybody else have a different opinion from Christopher?
Keep my chicken.
I'm sticking with crawfish.
Crawfish, chicken, goat. Eric, what did you come up
We're
with?
making a delicious stew. If
I'm going to go with Christopher or Bill Haverchuck from Freaks and Geeks.
Eric, you're going to be surprised. The answer was Bill Haverchuck from Geeks. No, it's a goat. It's a goat.
Was one of the that was one of Sam's friends, right? The tall kid.
It's a goat. Also, if anyone's curious, the Twitch chat, we just got in a conversation about Philly murdering Hitchbot, which is one of my favorite things ever.
If Gritty was there at the time, Hitchbot would have been avenged.
If there's one thing that Geeks Who Drink has covered more thoroughly than anything else, Geek Bowl alone, it's the murder streak of Philadelphians. Attacking Santa Claus, as I was just mentioning, whipping D batteries at various people.
Oh, that was real.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Absolutely. Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Chaz, who hosts Quiz Monday nights on our Twitch channel, is from Philadelphia and has murdered hundreds of robots.
Oh.
He came in though 2 kills short of the cutoff for when we don't hire anymore.
All right. Well, before we get any further into slander chat,
Allegedly.
let's get on to question 7, I think.
Allegedly.
Question.
Now he can't sue us.
Question number. Actually, we're up to question number 8.
I lost one. Thank you, dear.
Question number 8. Thank you to my script, which I printed out and have in front of me. The long trail runs the entire 273-mile length of what New England state?
So it's not just a clever name. All right, 270.
Nicole, you go to trails for fun, right?
Anthony
I'm
Weiner.
You have the
Yes.
opposite of the sedentary lifestyle I lead.
I'm outdoorsy. It's true.
She is.
I know the
outdoorsy.
outdoors exist.
She literally has a bicycle right behind her.
Too.
Like, be cool, Nicole. There's a bicycle right behind you.
Okay, so here the real question is, what New England state even has 273 miles in a single direction?
That's gonna help us narrow it down. I think.
Like it's
Probably
clearly not Rhode Island.
Yeah.
What if it's like the outline? What if it's
Well, if it was Rhode Island, would it be like the jigsaw spiral logo just going through the state?
Yes. It would take up the entire state is what would happen.
Hey, look,
It's
everybody!
gotta be an
it's Bridgeport
east-west.
again. Is it Bridgeport, Newport?
Is that Michigan? Maine?
Connecticut?
Maryland? Massachusetts,
The famous
Montana,
New
New
state of
England,
Michigan.
Missouri.
Yeah.
I don't know where the shit that is.
New England is the stuff that
You're
I don't
just
know where. I mean, I
naming-
know where it is generally. Like it's in the north and the east, but I
You're
don't
just
know.
naming states that start with M.
I am. You figured it out. This is
So
true. At
on,
least
on
the world
Katie's
states.
home planet, the only thing they teach you before they send you off is that 50 nifty United States song. So that's why she thinks all the M states are clustered together.
So I know a version of that song, but the version that I know puts North and South Carolina, North and South Dakota together, as opposed to separating out the Norths with the N's and the Souths with the S's, so that you don't forget about them.
Fair enough.
This is North and South Carolina, North Dakota, South Dakota,
So-
Ohio.
When I think, so 273 miles long, like that's going to be the biggest New England state. And also, it's a trail, so it's probably the outdoorsiest New England state.
that
and
Maine?
both of those point the same direction for me, which would in fact be Maine.
Maine.
That's also what I thought.
Yeah, I don't think
LL
there's any. I don't think you can cram that anywhere other than
That
Maine.
LL Bean shit, yeah. So, and of course, there's nothing else to do in Maine, which is another point of
It's
evidence in our
beautiful
favor.
there, though. I loved it.
Well, it's beautiful, but that's not a thing to do. It's a thing to look at.
You know what I know about places where there's nothing to do? You make meth.
All right,
Have
panelists,
anything
your
else to do,
time
you make
is
And
up. What
perhaps
is your
They do that on Long Trail.
final answer?
Montana.
Let's go with Maine.
Anybody else have a different answer?
Maine. Yeah.
Maine.
Maine. The audience agreed with you on Maine, but all of you were
Did
wrong.
anyone here watch the Dana Carvey show?
It's Vermont.
Vermont?
You know what? It's a
Vermont.
fucking line. I thought about maybe Vermont or New Hampshire, but I couldn't
didn't think they were
decide, and I
tall
didn't
enough.
say Anything.
Is it tall? I didn't think it was tall enough. It's got to do this. Like it's a U.
Now I want to know if Bernie has done the entire Long Trail. I'll bet he has. No?
No, but Keith Richards, I heard, snorted a line around the trail once. Allegedly.
Famous Vermonter Keith Richards. You heard it here, guys. All right. Let's move on to
But
questions.
he heard about a 273-mile line of cocaine. He was like, I'm all over it.
I've got to go there, mate.
It's actually
All right.
why they came to the States.
That's my English accent. Let's
That's
go.
how the British invasion started.
Question 9.
Question number 9.
I've never heard Keith Richards speak. I don't.
He doesn't talk. He's too busy sorting cocaine.
Well, every sentence starts with
And playing 3 notes on his guitar. Bam, bam.
You can't play more than 3. You got to.
all right, our question. Oops! The cyclops that Odysseus blinded in the Odyssey was the son of what major Greek god?
Oh, who
Professor
wasn't the son of a
Xavier.
major Greek?
Right, that doesn't narrow it down.
All right.
So probably this is somebody that they became a cyclops because the dad turned them into a cyclops, or there was like a curse or something.
Yeah, well, we can. I mean, you know.
So
we
someone
can-
with pointy
the
things that
Cyclops
don't-
had
They
a
weren't a
name,
natural Cyclops. is
and
what
the
you're
name was
saying.
Polyphemus. If that helps anybody,
Poly means more than one, though. This guy only had one eye.
I don't know what does famous mean. Maybe he had more than one something else.
Poly penis. Is
Yeah, thank you for
that what you meant?
thank you for bringing that joke home. I don't think
Subtext
anybody was going to get it.
is text.
I
Otherwise,
saw that documentary last night. It wasn't a
all
documentary.
right, I had a polypenis toy when I was younger. It was a super weird, like dolly, a little skirt, and it's like it did only
And a
have
penis.
one eye. It did only have one eye. Yeah. All right.
You just ruined Polly Pocket for me. Thanks.
because it was a penis, and penises have one eye, like metaphorically. I don't know if that was coming across.
All the ones I've seen have 2 eyes. I draw them on and I put a little smiley face underneath it. I want to have a conversation with someone
All
who's
right.
happy.
We got 40 seconds to name some major Greek gods. There's Apollo. There's
Hades,
there's like Demeter, and
Titan,
there's
Wolverine.
no Titan. No. I see what you're doing there, and that's not right.
Are you just starting to name comic book characters?
Okay, Cyclops is an X-Man. I just want to throw that out there.
That's true, but that one is not named Polyphemus, I think.
I feel like Christopher knows a lot about mythology and he's holding out on us.
Actually, I don't know the answer to this question.
Oh.
That is legit. That is not
Apollo.
capable there.
If you don't know, shouldn't you just say Zeus?
Apollo's a major Greek god.
I feel like if you don't know, you should say Apollo. Because, Apollo was a player. Zeus also, I mean,
I don't think that was one of Zeus's
There's a part of my brain that says Poseidon, but I don't think that's right.
Oh, he does have that trident.
Please stop making that gesture.
That is the end of our time. Thank you, Katie. What is your final answer, panel?
I'm not even sure we have one.
Apollo!
Apollo sounds pretty good.
We're all going to go with Apollo? Oh, Katie, you had it and abandoned it. It was Poseidon.
All right.
That was Eric. Do this.
No, stop it.
Oh, no.
The audience came in with Poseidon at 54%.
All right, we're gonna gift that moment for the promo too. All right,
Technically correct. Will we last longer than Quibi?
thank God we only have one more question left in this round. AJ, put us out of our misery.
Final question for the first round. Fan, bishop's hat, and diagonal pocket are common shapes used when folding what?
Vaginas.
What are you doing?
What are you not doing? You got to stand out on Tinder. That's all I'm saying.
This sounds more like OnlyFans content.
Should I be charging for that?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
You can do this. You should be charging.
OnlyFans / Geeks Who Drink.
My
All I'm
lawyer
saying
just
is that
advised me not to enter this conversation at all. So you guys, please, you got the floor.
It's technically the bed that I have when all this is happening, but
I mean, bishop's hat, that's the definition of goyim nonsense.
On brand for Eric.
My catchphrase internet.
That reminds me, the Lutherans just
I might
elected
actually
their
know
first.
this now that I look at it.
The Lutherans just elected their first trans bishop. So congratulations.
Very progressive
to
Lutheran.
my ELCA brethren.
What is ELCA?
So I think I know the answer to this one.
Yeah.
I think it's right. I think it's right.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
Do we?
Do we?
Should we say it together on 3?
Do we?
I mean, we
Okay.
could probably wait like
Okay.
50 more seconds if we wanted to.
Well,
Well,
let's
I mean, sure.
let's say it together on 50.
49,
Counting backwards, the new
48.
show from Geeks Who Drink.
47,
What are things that you
47.
fold even though, right? Like there's like
47.
origami, there's napkins, there's towels at a resort.
There's napkins
you
that you
order
put in a
toilet
pocket.
paper.
There's
Yeah.
napkins that you put in a pocket. What I want to know, here's what I know about those pocket napkins. You put one in your pocket and then
Yeah.
you blow your nose. Where do you put it after that? Like your underwear?
So I know this. So because
It was called
read
a
lot of-
handkerchief. Let's start there.
I read a lot of
I call it a pocket
gentlemen's
napkin.
blogs and shit, and you actually like inside your coat you have what they call a functional handkerchief. For that reason, it's the one
Oh,
that you blow your nose
so you
into.
keep your
You don't
snot
use-
even closer to your body.
Well, it's in a pocket. It's fine, but like your pocket square is purely decorational. You
Yeah.
have to carry a separate handkerchief
And
for
I do
your,
not. I'm not.
for your functions.
I'm not comfortable with the snot pocket. I'm just not okay with it.
Snot pocket. All right.
All right, your time is up, panelists. What is your final answer?
Hanky.
Napkin.
Napkin.
Wait.
Oh, it's a handkerchief. It goes in your pocket.
I
What's the
think it's
fucking
a,
difference?
I believe that it is a napkin.
Like a table napkin, not a handkerchief.
like a cloth napkin, like
Yeah.
you get at a fancy restaurant that isn't McDonald's. Whatever.
A fan.
Fine.
Have you
It
seen it?
is, in fact, napkins. The audience also got that at 100%.
Did you give them handkerchief as a red herring?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay, then it's fair.
Look, our chat is fancy. They proved it last week by smoking our asses at this game. And
Their options were handkerchief, pencil, Toyota, and giraffe. The audience got it 100%. No shit.
Anyway, that's it for our first round. But when we come back from this break, we will be getting stuff wrong on purpose in our technically incorrect round. We promise there's a difference. Don't move. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Technically Correct, and specifically to our second round, Technically Incorrect. But first, if you dig what we're doing here, remember to check us out in person sometime. Geeks Who Drink runs pub quizzes in bars across America and live online most nights throughout the week. We're also right here on Twitch every week, and you can even hire us to do a quiz just for you. For more information about all of that, make sure you check out geekswhodrink.com. And of course, you can keep up with all the stuff on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all that. By the way, when I say we're here every week, I mean we're here with a different thing every week. We're here twice a week so far. We might add more stuff later. Who knows? Now, technically incorrect. In this round, AJ will still be slinging the hard stuff, and we panelists will still have 2 minutes to answer them. But the twist is that it's everyone for themselves. That's right. We will be actively trying to psych each other out in this round, and maybe you too. At the end of the timer, we'll all write down our answers and show them. Then we'll find out what you said. Yes, your job is the same. Answer the question in that first minute by typing in the chat, ! The word vote, a space, and then one of the multiple choice options. AJ, start us off.
All right, our first question in the technically incorrect round. What nation launched the Jade Rabbit lunar rover in 2013?
All right, who's going to be the first one to make the Jade Rabbit joke?
What is the joke?
It sounds like a vibrator, you guys.
It does.
Oh,
Very much. Jade
somehow.
Rabbit.
That's why you don't have an OnlyFans yet.
Yeah. No. I'm sitting
In
over
fact, I
here
got
with a
nothing else.
granite rabbit.
That's it. All I can do for this question is tell you that it sounds like a vibrator. Man. All right. Lunar rover 2013. We haven't been back to the moon for much longer than that, so I'm going to rule us out, right? Nicole, why don't you start us off?
I was just thinking we don't go there anymore, but the Russians still do. So I would go with those folks who go to the moon still, even though we don't spend money on that. I think they still do.
Yeah, we got problems of our own. All right. Russia, says Nicole. Katie, what do you think?
I'm going Tesla Nation on this.
SpaceX.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's bought a city basically, and he's kicking people out of their houses. It makes sense that he snuck something on the moon.
You know, if anybody is going to be, like one of those personal sovereignty people, I feel like it's probably Elon Musk. So,
Yeah, and Jade Rabbit could actually be the vibrator or the rabbit that he bought for he's not his wife, but, and I don't know how to say his kid's name. His baby mama.
Grimes.
Grimes is his baby mama. I think that's actually on her business cards. Eric, what do you
Apparently,
got?
Grimes had a panic attack after cameoing on SNL last weekend.
Ooh.
Oh, is that just like a single name? I have no idea who this person
Yeah,
is.
that's her. She's a singer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Grimes. Her first
I learned something. Can anyone pronounce his kid's name?
her first name is Tammy. Tammy Grimes. I think isn't their kid's name supposed to be like Ash or something? And it's like
I don't fucking know, man. It's a bunch of.
And it's like a weird ass symbol.
AX11.
Yeah.
All right, your time is up. Your time is up. Hold up your answers. I'm going to give a
Christopher
point.
didn't write his answer until after he saw ours.
I'm going to give a point to everyone but Katie, because China spelled with a Y is a wrestler. But the correct answer is China. The chat also agreed 100% on that.
Katie, I was
she
not
died.
I was not cheating. I have been drinking and forgetting what my job is. There's a difference. All right.
Dereliction of duties. I see. That's where we're
More
going.
geeks, less who drink.
Move us along, would you please?
Absolutely. And
Thank you.
speaking of Katy Perry, Katy Perry added scratch-and-sniff cotton candy smell to the cover of what 2010 album?
What?
It's a pretty straightforward. Katy Perry added scratch and sniff cotton candy smell to the cover of what 2010 album?
I thought that was like a sound effect or something, and I was just really confused all around.
I think we can assume that it's her album.
Scratch and sniff is very self-descriptive.
No, but there's what is it's like a type of rap. It's like scribble or scratcher or it's like popular in Houston. I still don't know what it's called. Screwed,
Chopped and screwed.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Katy Perry, chopped and screwed. Two search terms that you're not going to hear together.
It sounds like the fifth or sixth installment in the Basic Instinct
really
series.
Eric, you've got a lot of records behind you. What do you got for this one?
At the risk of being just another male pig, my knowledge of Katy Perry doesn't go far beyond her wearing the Elmo shirt on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, God.
Are there two really good reasons you remember?
Well,
yeah.
That's lovely.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm being honest here. I cannot name a single Katy Perry album.
Can you save us from this?
I only know her singles. I don't know her work.
Oh, yes. No, you're in that hole, Eric. You're not getting out.
I feel I also know her singles, but like I would pick the name of a single from approximately that time.
Oh, all right.
That when she came out with like Hot and Cold.
That makes sense. Earlier.
So that's what I wrote down, which I'm now going to erase.
I think that was off the first album, which this is
Elmo.
not.
Yeah,
could be wrong.
Well, Katie.
Well, then what is it?
You sound like you've got a lot of information, and your name is Katie, so maybe that's your inside track. What do you got?
Roar.
Well,
Okay.
now erasing my second choice.
And yet, I know that you know that that's wrong because Roar was not the title of an album. It's a song from the album Prism, and that is my answer.
I don't know the album.
All right, time is up. Eric, you have no answer whatsoever.
Hold on, I'm writing down something.
Teenage dream tonight.
He's tickling his Elmo.
Was it No Jacket Required?
No, it was in fact Teenage Dream.
She was not wearing a jacket on that album cover, as I recall. So you're
He's wearing
close.
cotton candy. Once I realized
scratched and sniffed her boobs. So
yeah, once I realized what the question was asking, I know what it was, but I was real confused at first.
I unabashedly love Teenage Dream. That's my favorite. That's my Katy Perry album.
How do you feel about Relative to Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus?
I also love Teenage Dirtbag.
That is a fantastic song.
It's a good song.
her name is Noelle.
Eric's like, I know one.
He drives and I rock. All right. We need more questions. AJ, give us more questions.
All right, your next question, panel. The old-timey word Durst and the oddball contraction dasn't both spring from what verb?
We're all going to lose to the linguist here, right? That's
Y'all put so
Not
much
that
pressure
kind of
on me.
linguist. Hang on, I got you, Nicole. She's not that kind of linguist.
Thank you. I'm not a historical linguist.
Yeah, no, I have a professor with whom I go to church, as a matter of fact, who is an expert in like Middle English.
So here's
So if I had to phone a friend, I know who I'd be calling right now, but I don't. All right, let's start with Nicole looks the least confused, so let's by mercy, let's go to her.
I really have no clue whatsoever.
Oh wow! All right.
I'm like dirt. I'm like dazzle. Like Fred Durst. Like
Fred Durst is what I was thinking of, and I'm like, what job could his parents have had?
right.
Because I know that jobs were last names. And I'm like,
What job did his parents have? I want to know that now.
I don't know. I know that whatever his
biscuit
parents did, they went on and gave birth to him, and I don't like corn, so I have beef.
Fred Durst does not have anything to do with corn.
Isn't he the Corn lead singer?
No, that's Limp Bizkit.
That's Limp Bizkit.
Well, I don't like them either.
That's fair. That's a fair reaction. In fact, the correct reaction. All
I did
Who's
recently,
actually worse? That's a fair one.
Yeah, I did recently hear the Korn cover of Word Up, and I was like, didn't age badly.
And the first Limp Bizkit song
I mean, when you start the bar that low.
The first Limp Bizkit song I heard was their cover of Faith, which was kind of fun, actually.
I don't like the cover, but I also don't like the original.
You don't like George Michael?
Oh, I love Last Christmas and that song that played in Zoolander with the gasoline.
All right, I'm kicking you out of the panel, Katie, just for the Last Christmas comment. Your time
That's like one of the best songs ever.
Your time is up,
We have
Quizzers.
completely ignored the format for the last 2 minutes.
Pancake Bunny, Deb, Do, and Christopher coming in with the clutch hit for Dare.
Nice.
I have no idea what's happening, so here's a bunny with a pancake on its head. I didn't have room to write all that out.
All right. What did the chat say? Now I'm curious.
The chat agreed with you 100%, Christopher.
All right.
Dare.
Yeah, that word used to do a lot more work than it does now, I feel like. And, like I daren't, that kind of thing. So
Now it just tries to keep kids off drugs.
well,
Yeah,
And
but that's
failed.
an acronym. It's not even a
And
word.
failed. Although I went to Chipotle the other day and there was a Dare table set up outside, and I really wanted to just point out they were in the wrong place.
Were they
No,
daring,
they're in
you,
the perfect place.
daring you to eat a Chipotle without 3 rolls of Charmin next to the toilet?
Let's move on to the
Chipotle
next
gives
question.
you diarrhea.
the word dare also has another job, which is keeping Mark Summers in our collective conscious. All right. Are we I once again have lost count of questions. We have another one before break, AJ?
We have one more question before we go to our next break.
Let's do it.
All right, next question. Thomas Lee was vacationing in Westport, New York, when he created what type of chair?
Every answer I have is horrible for one reason or another. That's what that giggle meant.
What are your horrible answers for type? Oh, like electric?
Well, I'll get to those in a minute. First, let's go to Eric. And yes, electric was one. And it was also Eric's. So
Yes.
we just
Hello.
phoned him.
Hi, Internet. I'm not really good without spell check. Is really what's happening here. Is that allowed? Can I open up Microsoft Word?
Are you Googling the answers? What's happening?
No. I'm asking if I
kind
can
of what it
open up
sounds
Microsoft
like.
Word. I don't want to look like an idiot on the internet, you guys.
Don't worry,
It's
no
okay,
one
everyone does.
Everyone looks like an idiot on the internet. That's the internet's job. It's
Right now, there is-
Did you notice the people surrounding you in the frame, Eric?
I mean, I wasn't going to say that part out loud.
Once again, I am verifiably not an idiot, and I look like an idiot.
I'm going to give you all
Remember,
the.
6 times on Jeopardy. All right, Katie, what do you
I
got?
will give you the answer, and it is lazy boy. Because when you are
okay.
on vacation, you are lazy as shit.
See how easy that was, Eric? You had to make it all weird. Nicole, what's your answer?
I only know of one famous chair. It's the Eames chair.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if it was made by people named Eames, but if not, it was made by this guy.
It could also be a toilet training chair because he brought his child and the kid was shitting everywhere. And he's like, we got to do something about this.
There's a really weird naming convention when Thomas Lee created the Herman Miller.
The Ethan Allen special.
Maybe
That
it's like
was-
a Frankenstein situation because like Frankenstein is a monster, but like people talk about like
I was
Dr.
it makes a lot more sense when you realize that Herman Miller was Thomas Lee's name for his own ass. Well, that's our time.
Well, that's a way to end the question round, Christopher. Thank you so much for that. What is your final answers? Everybody but Katie gets a point this time. It is Adirondack
I
chairs.
really legitimately thought
Westport,
Lazy
New
Boy
York
was a
is
good
in
guess.
the Adirondack.
The Adirondack Mountains.
Wait.
Yeah.
Why did you say like? Oh, I don't
It's
know how
a
to
chair
pronounce
that
it.
looks really comfortable until you actually try getting in and out of it.
What does it look like?
It's very low and it's
Very low to the
like
ground.
leaned back one. Yeah,
It's got like the slats, like looks like 2x4s on the
Like a
back.
chaise lounge?
it's
No.
like it's sort of like a beach chair that's made of
Like the
wood.
pool chaises, like you see at a resort?
kind of.
We're going to go with yes and move on to the next question.
That's a good thing.
Actually, so first of all, AJ, did the chat know that it was Adirondack?
Oh, I'm muted, so you didn't hear me. You didn't hear me say that the chat got that 100% correct.
But again, what are their options, right? Because if the other choices are like hippopotamus, Toni Morrison, and Yo Mama, I don't think that's fair.
All right.
They were one of their options in your defense, Katie, was a lazy boy.
God damn it. God damn it.
All right. Well, Katie's litigation of this entire program has just failed. And on that bombshell,
Look, my specialty is bird law, okay? Give me some leeway.
we are ready to go to, another break before we do our last 6 questions. So everybody join us on the other side of that, and we will find out more of what Katie thinks of human physiology. See you then. So welcome back to Technically Incorrect, where no one is saying anything real. You know, like everyone you've ever seen on TV ever. Remember, in the first minute of the timer, you've got to look for the multiple choice options and then type exclamation point, the word vote, a space, and then your selection. That's how you get to play right along with us. We've got a few more questions to go, so AJ, let's not waste any time. Let's do it.
All right, our next question for Technically Incorrect. The paranormal cockamouse was a running bit on what sitcom that ended in 2014?
The paranormal cockamouse. Okay. I didn't remember that Dr. Seuss had a sitcom.
Is it Homeboys in Outer Space? That's an actual show, just so we're all on the same page. I did not make that up.
I believe.
Are you sure?
It aired on the WWWWB or maybe UPN.
No, but now the CW.
To see that.
Yeah, no, it gets really confusing.
By the way, everybody, please send your thoughts and prayers to Nicole, who's going to be auditioning for Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Does she need thoughts and prayers, or like? I have more faith in her than that.
You know what they say is that, like, if you can make it on the CW, like you've made
you
it
guys,
on the CW.
Joke's on you, because I've been training for Legends of the Hidden Temple my entire life. I do trivia.
Was it Omatech? Was that the temple?
You know, coincidentally, I've been training for watching you on Legends of the Hidden Temple my whole life. I got that clicker hand down. Motion.
all those Cheetos are finally about to pay off. Eric, let's try to answer this actual question, shall we?
I'm trying to think what sitcom ended in 2014 that had bad parodies of Italians on it. You fucking cockamouse.
Wow. All right.
You're welcome, Italians watching
Mario
this.
and Luigi and plumbers in outer space.
All right, Katie, you got anything?
Community.
Okay.
That ended
They did all those, like, they had, like,
or one of
that's
its
an honest-
iterations ended
That's an
2014?
honest guess. They had all those flights of fancy scenes where that is my best guess.
I love their digressions on that show.
Yeah.
Nicole, anything?
I didn't have a TV from 2010 to 2016, so
Seriously,
Just
fucking
count the
hipster.
ways in which you think
All
you're
right,
right.
panelists, your time is up. What is your final answer?
Yeah.
Is it really Community?
no, I believed you though.
That's where you went wrong, Nicole. That's where you went
Community ended
wrong.
way more recently, I think.
1 point awarded in this round. Eric comes in correct with How I Met Your Mother.
I've seen that show.
I haven't seen that show
seen it.
either.
I had the
but I
only
have.
show. I
you
have
have?
seen Community, and I knew enough to know there was weird shit. But I think even more recently, 30
I
Rock.
asked the chat if someone pronounced it the way I did in that show. I really want to know if it was
No.
cockamouse.
No. I watched every
It's caca
last
like poop, dude.
fucking episode
On How I Met Your Mother, the
That's how
cockamouse was a half cockroach, half mouse
Mouse.
that
And it
could
lived in
fly.
Yeah. He lived in Marshall and Lily's apartment. I kind of remember it now, but that's how forgettable the show is. I watched all, 300 goddamn episodes of that show.
I've never seen a second.
We've done the theme quiz twice.
And I've done the video round for it twice. I still haven't really seen the show.
And it's all just a bunch
I
of
hosted it
bland
both
nonsense.
times. The audience got that
the
correct
right
at
side of my
100% as well, if anybody cares.
Yeah, I
Cheaters.
fuck them for remembering that show.
Multiple choice. They have multiple choice.
Fuck them for
know
being
this.
our target audience, Christopher.
I know. I probably shouldn't say that, but
Audience, I love you. Remember that when it's time to vote.
All right,
Pandering.
let's move on to the next question. What Russian-born novelist moonlighted as an expert butterfly curator for Harvard?
wow. That is a story you could sell to Hollywood.
They probably did. Isn't that what adaptation was?
Actually,
That was Susan Orlean.
is that your
not
answer,
Russian.
Katie?
I'm not writing that down.
All right.
There was a butterfly on the cover of Silence of the Lambs. Who is that by? Is that a Russian?
Thomas Harris.
Probably
That's
not.
Thomas Harris.
I mean, his
Literally,
mother could have been Russian. What was
But
her
I say
last
the
name?
thing about novelists is none of them use their real names, right?
Tolstoy. He's Russian.
That is a Russian person.
That is
All
a
right.
Russian name.
We have named someone plausible. Katie's
That is
answer?
someone I will write down.
All right, an expert butterfly curator. I mean, Harvard is a very old university, so
I
That's
mean,
a
I don't know.
possibility.
Yeah, did I say
All right.
Tolstoy?
let's go. Todd, you can say Tolstoy's a good answer. Nicole, what do you got?
I haven't read any Russian since I was in high school, so I want to go with Dostoevsky.
Also Russian. So far,
I'm getting Russian.
in fact, Eric, you're kind of boned because they named the two big ones, right?
That
There's
is
a third.
exactly it. And I don't.
The third
I
is going
don't
to be
have anything
correct. I
better.
don't know who it is, though.
Oh, I'm going to take the third one. It's Pasternak, you guys. Okay.
I
No.
like Dostoevsky because he wrote that. Was it Crime and Punishment, right?
He sure did.
That seems like a book that all those Harvard people would be into and might want to invite him over to talk about.
I mean, like literally every Russian novel is
The
something that
little known butterfly scene in War and
literature
Peace.
professors, go nuts for. You got anything, Eric?
Bruce Willis moonlit as a couple of things, I believe.
He was in that show Moonlighting.
Also as a
Yes.
Russian?
That's the
That's
joke.
the joke. That's the joke.
Ding, 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 ding. We need to make a graphic for that. When Katie stumbles on the joke. All right.
What is your final answers, panelists? I don't think you get a point for or answers, Katie. You just
I don't see an or, do you?
I'm going to give points to Nicole and Eric. That is Vladimir, and I'm going to mangle this horribly, probably Nabokov or Nabokov.
No, it's Nabokov because in Don't Stand So Close to Me,
That's right.
Sting says,
Right.
just like the guy in that book by Nabokov.
That doesn't say why that's the
never
right
lie
answer.
to you.
I actually had that whole sentence wrote out though, and then when you said Dostoevsky and I was like, well shit, Zizek actually does spend a lot of time at universities. And so I wrote the line from the Police song and replaced it with Zizek or.
Guys, if there's anything you can count on English people for, it's pronouncing foreign words correctly. All right.
The audience
Right.
also got that correct.
Yeah, Ayn Rand was born in Russia. Of that, I'm fairly.
I thought she was like Polish.
I think it's Russia, but we'll get verification on that. We'll put that in our errata. All right, let's.
Should we move on?
Yeah, please.
Next question. It's one of my favorite questions of the night. In Eraser, Schwarzenegger was in what organization that reports straight to the Attorney General?
I do not know what happened to Nicole when you started that question. Either she really likes Schwarzenegger questions or she really dislikes Schwarzenegger questions.
Was Vanessa Williams in Eraser?
She was.
She
Okay.
was.
So I do know at least which movie is. I've never seen it, but
She famously did Colors of the Wind for that, right?
that was Pokey Anus.
Oh, is that racist?
Really?
No, it's play on words.
Is it racist or just gross? That's
Play on words.
the name of our spin-off show.
Just play on words.
I rolled my head because I'm bad at films. I'm real bad at action films. The only movie that I know is
I mean, it's not like this one is mentioning a particularly notable or good one.
Kindergarten
So
Cop.
what was the premise? Was it a time travel movie? Or am I
Race
thinking?
things. Eric, why don't you start us off, because you seem like the most likely person to get this one, I think.
I mean, I have mentioned several times over the night my slovenly ways and how I sit and watch television a lot.
It's true.
So spot on, Christopher Short. You don't let anything get by you.
We're reducing everybody to their worst qualities. That's what we do at Geeks Who Drink.
I really don't remember the plot of this movie whatsoever. It's not the one where he saw the devil, but I think they came out right about the same time.
That was Judgment Day, I think.
Was that Judgment Day?
No, because, wait.
No, that's not the name of it. That was the name of another
Judgment Day.
Schwarzenegger movie.
Revelation is something.
Something like that.
So Nicole,
Yeah.
in the 1990s and 2000s, what movies do you remember from that?
Yeah, this is like a
Disney
1994.
ones.
I was not old enough to have any idea.
I did see Kindergarten Cop. I do.
I saw that one. No, yeah,
And the one where he's with Danny DeVito, twins.
Twins. Yeah.
Classic.
Junior. It's like I saw the comedies, but
These are all better movies than Eraser.
I'm hard pressed to think of a movie that isn't better than Eraser. What is your final answer? The DOJ, the Secret Service, the CIA, and Eric getting yet another point for the U.S. Marshals.
Are you kidding?
I'm so confused.
I shouldn't.
That is bullshit.
Although I will
Eric's
say
gonna
that
donate
the
that
Trying to
point to
think of
charity.
any. Honestly, I was thinking of The Fugitive, because those were U.S. Marshals, right? I remember the plot of that movie.
there was a fugitive spin-off movie
With
called
one
U.S.
arm.
Marshals with Tommy Lee Jones and Robert Downey Jr.
All
I
right.
don't know.
Was
I don't
it
remember
good?
down.
It was better than Eraser.
That's a
Yeah.
low bar.
Did
What was
Eraser have a did it have a Guns N' Roses song in it? That's how you know.
Whoa. More importantly, AJ, did the chat know the answer to that Schwarzenegger movie where he met the devil?
The Sixth Day.
End
The
of-
Sixth
oh.
Day!
Was he in something called End of Days as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, which one is which?
End of Days. End of Days is the right
End
one.
of Days had like a
Yeah.
lot. End of Days
Sixth
was
Day was naked, pregnant Demi Moore in the bathtub. No, that's the Seventh Seal. No, that's Ingrid Bergman.
That's
Ingmar.
I think the Sixth Day wasn't the Sixth Day the Schwarzenegger clone movie with Michael Rappaport.
How about 6 Days, 7 Nights? That was
Anne Heche and Harrison Ford.
Thomas. You're right, Anne Heche. Was it
I
Anne
know,
Heche
I'm
or
right.
just Scott Thomas?
By the way, chat, exclamation point, vote Schwarzenegger movie facts.
All right, we are coming down. This is
Please
going to
tell
be
me
I
we're
got
almost
one.
done.
question
I got
number
one right.
18.
Please tell me we're almost done. All
It's
right.
going to be question number 18. Question number 18 of the evening. Jocelyn Bell Burnell co-discovered what faraway stars named for their regular bursts of radiation.
The Olsen twins.
That would be. God damn it. I was going to say something about, like, I don't know what I was going to do. Martin and Lewis. All right.
Are they twins?
Why not?
Why am I saying twins? Actually, there's nothing about twins in here.
There isn't.
Why did I think?
Because you're still on Schwarzenegger movies.
Are you a Gemini, perhaps?
No, I totally, for whatever reason, I heard the word twins when he read that question.
All right. Well, regardless, as our resident alien, the space kind, Katie, what's your answer for this question?
Orion's belt?
Is named for its regular blasts of radiation.
I don't know. Cosmic blasts? I have no idea. This is so outside my wheelhouse.
I think we're talking about a kind of star rather than a cluster of stars.
Oh, red dwarf. Red is an exploding
Red
color.
dwarf.
You have caused me to write down red dwarf because red is an exploding color.
All right. Eric, what do you got?
Supernova
I actually think I got this one.
Okay. I think you were probably going to say red dwarf because I think you and I both enjoy that show quite a bit.
So if it's what I think it is,
All right.
you're not paying attention to the clue in the question.
What's the
thing
clue?
that we as a writing staff try to do.
What's the clue?
Oh, I'm not telling you. This is technically incorrect. The part where I don't give a shit what other people answer. It's all about me. Although Red Dwarf, fantastic show.
Yeah.
Regular blasts of radiation, frequent exploding atoms.
Nicole, you got anything?
Well, Eric said there's a clue, so like I'm trying to think of things that are plays on her name. Burnout stars? I don't know.
All right, so I think the clue was the regular blast, which would be a pulse.
Yeah.
Pulsar.
Starburst and is that supernova, Katie?
Champagne. Yes.
Champagne supernova. Champagne supernova was the answer. No, it's pulsars.
Yeah. You know, it's not a very subtle hint when you say it's named for something.
No, I thought there was some other clue in there. I'm like, I thought pulsars were made up for Star Trek.
I just want you guys to know that I bullshitted everything else in this event, but that one I feel really proud of myself on.
She's giving me.
Gotta walk away with one win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even realize I thought it wanted the name of an actual star.
Did the chat get it, AJ?
They did get it correct.
Yeah. They know what a regular
The
burst
chat is gonna body us week after week.
Chat is a beast.
Well, to be fair, we do give them 4 options.
Everybody watching
I've
from
been
home
complaining
tonight,
about that.
please, before next week, please recruit 4 really stupid people to watch this show with you.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Exactly. All right, AJ. Before they can do that, let's do 2 more questions. The penultimate question. There goes.
The penultimate question this evening. Kid Cudi's song "Erase Me" features what way more famous rapper who discovered him?
Was that from the same round as the eraser question? No, I want to know.
The answer,
Eric, didn't you say something about Kid Cudi earlier?
I did. I don't remember what it was in reference to.
Yeah, I don't either. Oh, it was the Beyonce question, probably. The one I don't know much about algebra. I think.
I mean, there's only one rapper who famously has discovered every other rapper on the planet.
Sure.
He's sort of the Adam of rapping.
Okay.
That is Dr. Dre.
Sure. He has discovered many rappers. All right.
All of them, actually. That is a verifiable fact. If someone raps,
Every rapper alive today.
100% of them, he's actually growing them. And when they mature...
No, you're thinking about pot. He's growing pot.
It's possible.
All right, Eric, what do you got?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
So many rappers discover other rappers. I had no idea that Shock G discovered Tupac until his passing a couple weeks back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Digital Underground makes sense.
Yeah, and found out that he was actually on some Digital Underground albums. Never knew that. Didn't know that.
I don't even think of Kid Cudi as a rapper. I know that song Day and Night.
He's definitely a rapper.
Rap song.
Yeah, Shock G. I most recently saw Shock G on a YouTube video, like in an alley behind a bar a few years ago, doing this amazing, like off the cuff freestyles. It was very cool. Anyway, Nicole, you got something?
I feel like, yeah, Dr. Dre has discovered some people. I don't know where Kid Cudi's from, but like if he's Canadian, then probably it was Drake.
Probably Drake.
Drake's found a lot of people.
Yeah.
Is Kid Cudi Canadian?
The rumors might be true.
He couldn't be.
And really, until we find out he both is and isn't simultaneously. This is Schrodinger's Canuck.
All right, panelists, your time is up. What are your final answers? We've got a Snoop for Katie, a Jay-Z for Eric, a Kanye for Nicole.
I think Nicole's right. I knew he's from somewhere northern, but I couldn't remember where.
I think he's from Ohio.
It is.
I think he's Midwest.
Kanye West. Another point
I knew.
for
I was pretty sure
Nicole.
not from Southern California, and so that kind of rules out a whole constellation of people.
The audience also agreed with you at 73%.
I was thinking Minnesota for some reason. And I was like, who's that way more famous Minnesota rapper? And you can guess how far I got.
Lizzo.
Sure, okay, yeah, Lizzo. Okay, fair enough.
Probably too recent to have already discovered someone who was around a decade before.
All right, so that means we just got one question left, and thank God for that, because, boy, are we not doing very well again.
Yet I still don't have a point, I don't think.
Well, yeah.
All right, folks.
Agent, deliver Katie from her misery.
Please.
Our final question of the night is one Katie might actually get correct. In 1533, Henry VIII ordered all British farmers to set aside land for what very useful crop?
What the fuck? All right. Eric, your hat tells me that you know way too much about history.
I mean, I definitely watch way too much British television.
Okay.
And then think I'm better than everyone else for doing so.
That's just science.
That's just how it works. We already talked about red dwarfs. I mean, I've been to the UK. There are crops. There's plenty of crops.
Sure.
Yeah, they got crops there.
All right. So Eric has narrowed it down to it's some kind of crop.
One of the crop is a crop.
Yeah. Nicole, what do you got?
I genuinely don't know, so this could be the right answer. Don't they like beer there? Could it be
Sure.
barley?
It could be barley.
That's freaking useful, man.
One of the crops name checked in Sting's Field of Gold, which brings that back.
Does he mention
Famous Englishman Sting. Yeah, an English.
Sting. He's all over this quiz.
Katie, what do you got?
It's corn. They had issues with famine, and the problem with being short on corn is not just something that you eat alone. It is something that you feed the animals so that you can milk them, get their eggs, eat them, etc. So having a corn shortage, as we are currently experiencing right now, can have some unfortunate trickle-down effects. And
I could be
very
wrong here.
compelling.
Wasn't corn famously a New World crop?
no, also King Henry, that's 1492, and this is 1533. So
It's true. They had some time to get it over there. When I think British Isles and, staple crops, I think potatoes. That's my answer.
All right, your time is up, panelists. Let's see what you've written. Grain, wheat, corn, barley, and cotton. The correct answer is cannabis. I also would have accepted hemp.
are you serious?
I am 100%
How was
serious.
that not in the series The Tudors? Like, they had everything, every other vice, and a fuck ton of sex.
I thought
Lots
it
of
was
sex.
That was why he was such a famously chill king, wasn't it?
Right?
That's why he put on all that weight. It had nothing to do with the gout. It's that he discovered cannabis, just had the munchies forever.
All right. Well, with that, we have done all we can do, and we've left it all on the field. But who's our winner?
Well, first, before I get to that, the chat was torn between corn and coffee pretty evenly. No one in the chat selected cannabis either, so you're all in very good company.
Literally, for fuck's sake. coffee in England? You guys. All right.
We just talked about this.
Yeah. So, all right. So you get to decide who our winner is by typing exclamation point, the word vote, a space, and then the first name of your choice for our winner tonight. But before you do that, we should probably find out, AJ, which one of us scored least lowest during the technically incorrect round?
Least lowest. It's a pretty firm tie between you and Nicole, Christopher,
right,
going into the end, with Eric coming in third and Katie coming in dead last for this week's show.
Well, thank you very mercifully for not mentioning what those totals were. I do not want to know, and neither does anybody else. So, you don't have.
I will say that the audience once again whooped all of your asses.
Yeah, the audience can eat me. All right. So there you go. Of course, audience, you can choose a winner however you like. You don't have to pick the balder of your co-leaders, but you should. Either way, we're going to find out who it is right after we pay a few more bills. So, AJ, roll those ads. See you in a few. Okay, audience, please remember that the fun does not stop when we reveal our winner here in a second. We are live and online all across America just about every damn night of the week. So you can see everything else that we're up to at geekswhodrink.com and or by following us on Facebook and Twitter and Insta and whatever the next thing they come out with is. Oh, and also subscribe to this channel before you leave, if you haven't, would you? Anyway, enough of all that. Let's find out who our winner was. Oh, I hope it was me. AJ?
Our winner with 80% of the vote this evening was Eric Kohen.
What?
Hey! All three of yous, you're all cockamouses to me.
I think they actually just voted for Alf, Eric.
Don't take away his shine.
This is a vintage.
Does that say Bork?
It says Born to Rock.
Born to rock. He's
All right, well,
I am
bandana on.
guys,
It's Bruce Springsteen out.
a big thanks to the entire Kohen family for turning out tonight. Everybody else, thanks for watching as always. And make sure you come back next week to find out if Eric is still technically correct. We'll see you then.
Technically correct, together forever. Technically correct, technically correct, birds of a feather, and I got a new obsession with you. Technically correct with you.
Technically Correct was filmed in front of a live internet audience.